Hello everyone, welcome to video 3 of Exam 2 Study Guide series. Um, Sorry, the marker that I was using, I thought it was going to be readable, and it kind of isn't, so excuse the really light color, but I will make sure to read aloud what it says. Um, but let's move to question 3. So question 3 in my study guide asks, list and describe the daily 5 and describe efficient activities students can do while you are teaching a small group guided reading. So the daily 5 is first and foremost usually used when you're trying to do a guided reading group. So this kind of gives students who aren't being assessed or in the group for that day, they're doing something else. So they're doing something so that you don't really have to worry about them so much. Um, Not doing anything and just staring blankly at a wall. So the daily 5, actually, the teacher gave to me, is this awesome checklist. So the first one out of the daily 5 is read to self. That's essentially, as it says, read to self. So they're just doing self-reading by themselves, so they're reading by themselves. Although, I think if I want to go to more depth with that, I think I would give them like an assignment to go with their self-reading. So like during the reading, they need to highlight vocabulary words that they're unfamiliar with, or make a prediction before they read, and then once they're done reading, maybe have them write down what did they read during that chapter or during the 30 minutes that they were given to read. So that's read to self. Number 2 is read to classmates. So that's kind of essentially, if you remember the last video, buddy reading. So they're reading to a classmate. So a classmate and another one, they're reading to or with each other. And obviously they can probably be alternative reading, where one partner reads one page and then the next partner reads the next page. And then I think I would even try to take it a step further, and when they're doing the reading to classmate activity, they need to fill out something similar to when they're reading to self, but it's with a partner this time. So what was your prediction? What was your partner's prediction? What happened in the story? What vocabulary words did you find? If I want to take it even a step further, if they were like in the older grades, maybe I can ask them, hey, while you're reading, be on the lookout for a simile or metaphor. So it's maybe like figurative language or something like that. But that's more for older grades. But definitely in the younger grades, if they're doing read to classmate, I don't want them just straight up reading. I want them to, I want to make sure that they're comprehending what they're reading as well. So so I know in my class I might add something for them to do. But that's essentially what reading to classmate is the same as buddy reading. Third one out of the daily 5 is the teacher said it differently, but this is just kind of what I shortened it to, was an audiobook and follow along. So the student is listening to a book being read to them, and they essentially just have to follow along to the book that's being read to them, which that in that case is very easy. And it's really good when you have that option, especially for audio learners. My brother is a big audio learner, so he needs the story read to him. If he tries to read it on his own, he struggles with comprehending. But if the story is read aloud to him, he remembers it better. And I don't know if it's just because when someone else is reading, it just clicks or what, but he loves it when the audiobook is playing for him, because he remembers what is being read to him. Fourth, in the daily 5 is a writing station. So I think in that case, it could be anything. Maybe it could be about the story that they were reading, and maybe they're writing something down, like, oh, while I was reading, this is what caught my eye, and I really liked when the character did this. Or maybe if you want to, I want to try to make it fun. Maybe do like send a classmate a letter, and here's like some of the things that you're gonna tell them somewhere in your letter. So like, one thing is one new vocabulary word, what you thought was going to be happening in the story, and what really happened, and maybe was your prediction correct or not. So I kind of want to make it fun in the writing station than just say, okay, here's a writing prompt, good luck. I want to make it kind of fun, meaningful in the class where they kind of want to do it. And I think it'd be really fun for everyone to do it as well. And I can assess, again, as the teacher, are they comprehending what they're reading? Last of the daily 5 is word work. So word work is just kind of like basic grammar. So that one, I think you could like have worksheets out, or maybe if I want to make it a little more fun, maybe like magnets out, and maybe depending on the day, maybe I'll try to switch it up a little and do, okay, today I want you to write down words on the magnet board that have the letter A in it. That might be for maybe smaller kids. So write down words with the letter A, or with the sound ah in it. If I want to go bigger, maybe older grades, maybe I could say, okay, now you have to find some words that rhyme with each other. So find some rhyming words that rhyme with each other. Or I don't know if that would work. Let me see. Or phonics, or even so like this would definitely be more like, okay, you're gonna do some rhyming words. Try to have rhyming words prepared, or write out some rhyming words and maybe do like a match game with them or something. So maybe in that case the word work could be like, okay, you're gonna play a word match game, and all the words have to match to their rhyming word. Or if I want to go even further, maybe with like older grades, like my 3rd graders, I could maybe say, find words that are antonyms of the words that you're finding. So like, so antonyms are obviously the opposite. So for example, maybe I could say, like, this is just an example, I might use a different word, but find the antonym for up, and the antonym for up would be down. But make it a game, like maybe like for the word workstation, maybe make it like a flashcard game or something. And they can do that for during the time I'm doing guided reading. Although that might be difficult, because if I need them to kind of keep the noise level down, obviously it's a game, so they might not. But I want to try to keep it interesting with the daily 5, because I know just sitting them down in a desk might be difficult. But definitely this is the daily 5, and those were just some of the ways that you can introduce the daily 5. And I would try to encourage not only myself but other teachers to go beyond just saying, okay, you're going to read by yourself for 30 minutes. Try to maybe say, hey, you're going to read by yourself, or if you want to, for one of your daily 5, if you are reading by yourself, you need to make a prediction during your reading. Write down or highlight vocabulary words or words you don't understand. And then talk about what you read and was your prediction correct. Although that might be more for older grades again, instead of younger grades. But these are just different options that students could follow with, and you know what, it keeps the class interested. And I might even go as far as to say, hey, you know, once you're done with one daily 5, move on to the next one. Or if you're done with reading by yourself, maybe do some word work or go to a writing station. So they're not just always reading. But yeah, other than that, that is what daily 5 is, what the activities are, and maybe how you can tweak them or make them a little more interesting for your students while you're doing a guided reading lesson with your small group. Other than that, this is Amanda Fernandez. I am signing off, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.